Hey there, welcome fam. How's everyone doing around the world? If this is your first time here, we're honored to have you as part of the crew. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.
So here's the deal. After some Houthi rebels in Yemen fired surface-to-air missiles at a U.S. Air Force F-16, President Donald Trump went full send. 3 weeks later, on a pitch-black night, you could hear the roar of B-2 Spirit bombers cutting through the skies over the Middle East. These bad boys dropped bunker-busting bombs, 30,000 pounds each, right on underground Houthi hideouts in the heart of Sana'a.
According to local media run by the Houthis, at least 9 people got taken out in that first strike. But this wasn't just some quick revenge hit. Nope. This was a loud and clear warning shot aimed straight at Iran, who's been backing the Houthis. Word is, 6 B-2s were deployed close to Iran's turf, Trump clearly putting Tehran in his crosshairs, pushing them to rethink their sketchy nuclear program.
This marked a major shift in how the U.S. is playing the Yemen game. Just days earlier, around the end of March 2025, Al Jazeera reported that the Houthis claimed they shot down a U.S. drone with some homemade rocket setup. The U.S. didn't confirm it, but it definitely turned up the heat. That's when Trump gave the green light to send in the B-2, one of the Air Force's most advanced stealth machines. Unlike the occasional airstrikes we saw under the last administration, this mission hit different. It's being called strong, steady, and designed to smash the Houthis' underground missile bunkers and combat gear.
Fast forward to April 4, 2025, 6. B-2 bombers were spotted at Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean, only about 2,400 miles from Iran. Military experts say this move wasn't just about Yemen, it's also a power play against Iran. One ABC News analyst confirmed the B-2s are kitted out with those heavy-duty bunker busters, perfect for going deep underground and wrecking fortified nuke sites.
Peter Layton, a military aviation analyst, told CNN that sending 6 B-2s is overkill for just the Houthi issue. Translation? The U.S. is gearing up for something way bigger. The whole thing ties back to the chaos the Houthis started in the Red Sea after Hamas attacked Israel back in October 2023. Since then, the Houthis ramped up attacks on cargo and military ships passing through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait, one of the busiest shipping lanes on the planet. Reuters and Al-Azhar reports say they've launched over 175 strikes on cargo ships and a bunch more on U.S. military vessels, seriously messing with global trade.
Trump wasn't shy about throwing shade at the previous administration for being soft, promising to bring back naval dominance with a whole lot more muscle.
When it comes to owning the skies, nothing screams "don't mess with us" like the B-2. This stealth beast is peak U.S. tech, totally undetectable, packing those 30,000-pound bunker busters that can level underground targets without showing up on radar. It's more than a bomber, it's straight-up American engineering flex. With its weird flying wing shape and no tail, the B-2 looks like a UFO, but flies like a dream thanks to high-tech fly-by-wire controls. It's got 4 backup digital channels, sensors, and onboard computers that think faster than humans. 8 control surfaces on the back wings keep it stable in any condition. The real magic? Its invisibility. The B-2 has a radar cross-section about the size of a bird, just 1 square foot. Compare that to the old-school B-52, which lights up radar with a cross-section over 1,000 square feet. The B-2's smooth curves, stealthy shape, carbon fiber, and thermoplastic skin, plus a classified radar-absorbing coating, turn radar signals into harmless heat. It's like a ghost in the sky. And under the hood? 4 General Electric F-118 engines, each pushing 17,300 pounds of thrust, all tucked deep inside the aircraft so even heat-seeking missiles can't spot them. Inside the wings B-2, the silent monster. Tucked inside those sleek wings are curved exhaust nozzles built to keep the heat and noise down. Basically, B-2's got stealth on lock. It's where science meets strategy, showing just how far ahead America is when it comes to aviation tech. The B-2's got US folks beaming with pride. This beast flies just under Mach 1, that's about 650 miles per hour, and can cruise super low, like under 200 feet, thanks to its AN/APQ-181 radar. It glides through terrain like a ghost, staying invisible the whole time. Meanwhile, the Houthis are stuck using old-school air defense systems. The B-2 just slides past them like a whisper in the wind. This thing packs serious range too. We're talking 6,000 nautical miles without even needing to refuel. That's enough to fly from Missouri to Yemen and back like it's just a quick trip. And if it does need gas, the KC-135 tanker's got its back. The B-2 has pulled off 44-hour missions before, and it's doing the same grind now in the Middle East. Just shows how tough and locked in those US crews really are. When it comes to firepower, the B-2 isn't just packing heat, it's carrying top-tier gear. In one recent strike, it dropped the GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator. That's a 30,000-pound bunker buster bomb that can drill through over 200 feet of concrete and rock to blow up hidden enemy facilities. Only the US has this kind of weapon, built specifically for the nastiest, most locked-down targets. And that's not all. The B-2 can also carry the AGM-158 JAS SM, range 575 miles, the AGM-154 JSOW for long-range precision strikes, and if things ever go nuclear, it can drop the B-83 bomb with a yield of 1.2 megatons. Just a little reminder that America stays ready for anything. With a 40,000-pound payload capacity, it's carrying everything from JDAM smart bombs to cruise missiles. It's basically a flying armory, showing off just how flexible and powerful the US military really is. As of a March 31, 2025 report from Air and Space magazine, the B-2 just got a fresh upgrade to its electronic systems. Now it can lock onto targets even in the worst weather. Super handy for mountain terrain like in Yemen. Then, the drive dropped a piece on April 2nd revealing that B-2 crews have been getting specialized training for bunker-busting scenarios, specifically in simulations against Iran. So, yeah, the US is clearly prepping for whatever. Even though the Houthis only control about 20 to 30% of Yemen and rely on foreign tech, the B-2 stands as a symbol of pure American R&D, decades of it, proving just how independent and innovative the US really is. This plane's not just tech candy, it's a battle-hardened legend.
In a recent air raid on the Houthis, the B-2 flexed again, dropping 30,000-pound bombs that wrecked underground facilities in South Yemen, all while staying completely off enemy radar. But this isn't its first rodeo. Back in 2011 during Operation Odyssey Dawn in Libya, 3 B-2s flew for 25 hours straight from Missouri, dropped 45 GPS-guided JDAMs, and wiped out 40 of Gaddafi's aircraft shelters in a single night. No escorts, no losses. That's how America defines efficiency. In 2017, during Operation Inherent Resolve against ISIS, 2 B-2s went 34 hours non-stop, dropped a full payload of bombs on training camps near Sirte, and shut that operation down. Not a blip on enemy radar. Now in 2025, B-2's doing its thing again in Yemen. According to Defense News on March 27th, recent strikes wiped out multiple Houthi drone depots and weapons caches. U.S. Air Force reports say the results? Way better than expected. There may only be 19 B-2s left in service after incidents in 2008 and 2022, but every single one is still a straight-up powerhouse. They're machines that make Americans proud of their air dominance. But the story doesn't stop there. The B-2 is now passing the torch to its next-gen sibling, the B-21 Raider. Unveiled in December 2022 out in Palmdale, California, the Raider is the new kid on the block. Smaller, stealthier, and a whole lot cheaper, around $700 million apiece compared to the B-2's $2 billion price tag, but just as deadly. This thing's radar cross-section is practically insect-sized, and it's running on advanced Pratt & Whitney F-135 engines. It can cruise over 6,000 nautical miles without needing a refill, and it's set to keep America ruling the skies. According to Air and Space magazine on March 31, 2025, the B-21 just completed its second test flight, and it's expected to be combat-ready by 2027. The Air Force plans to grab at least 100 of them, enough to shut down any threat that pops up. The B-21 proves that the future of air power? Still flying under the stars and stripes, the B-2 Spirit's legacy? It's alive, kicking, and still dominating the skies, proving that when it comes to air superiority, nobody does it like the US. Even with the Houthis still causing chaos in the Red Sea with their mixed bag of weapons and outside backing since October 2023. America's got the upper hand, and the sky's still ours.
Don't sweat it. America's locked and loaded. So yeah, The Houthis have hit over 175 cargo ships and taken shots at dozens of U.S. Navy vessels, messing with one of the most critical shipping lanes, the Bab al-Mandeb Strait. But don't let that freak you out. America's more than ready to clap back. The Houthis have been using Iranian-made Shahed 136 drones, cheap but nasty, especially when they launch them in swarms. They've also been firing off anti-ship missiles like the Mojeh and Al-Manab 2, with ranges up to 75 meters. And get this, they're strapping explosives to drones and flying them at ships. It's low-tech, but it makes life a nightmare for commercial vessels. The chaos they've caused? Real. On November 19th, 2023, they hijacked the Galaxy Leader, a ship tied to Israel, and took 25 crew members hostage. Fast forward to March 2024, and the True Confidence got blasted by an anti-ship ballistic missile, killing 3 people and forcing the crew to abandon ship. Then there was the Ruby Ma, hit in February 2024 and sunk 2 weeks later. The first total loss from a Houthi strike, according to Reuters on March 30th, 2025. Recently, they tried going after an American cargo ship in the Gulf of Aden, but the U.S. Navy was already on it. They rolled in a destroyer quick to provide cover. Yeah, the Houthis have caused some drama, but they're nowhere near matching the firepower or precision of U.S. forces. Iran's backing them, no surprise there, shipping them missiles, drones, even targeting intel. But guess what? America's been intercepting a bunch of those shipments thanks to U.S. Special Forces, according to USNI News on March 25th, 2025. And when it comes to stealth, the B-2 Spirit is so slick it flies past their defenses like it's playing on easy mode. Houthis are stuck using outdated radar systems and basic recon drones, not even close to catching a B-2. Bottom line, America's got this. Even with the Houthis trying to stir the pot, they're not stopping the Navy or the Air Force from keeping global shipping lanes safe. That last B-2 airstrike? It wasn't just a tactical W, it was a power move, loud and clear, especially for Iran. We can hit you anywhere, even underground. Those bunker-busting bombs, they ain't just for show. B-2 proved it can reach any target, no matter how deep or guarded. Former President Trump sees this as a chance to turn the heat up on Iran, maybe force them back to the table over their nuke program. Word is, according to Newsweek on March 26, 2025, Throne's regime, Iran, could crank out weapons-grade materials in just 12 days. That's wild. So yeah, the US ain't just defending its own turf, it's keeping the whole world in check. The geopolitical ripple effect? Massive. Even though the Houthis are tough, propped up by Iran, they still can't hold a candle to US tech, strategy, or resolve. Airstrikes have wrecked their offensive game. Defense One reported on March 28, 2025 that their missile stockpiles took a major hit after that last B-2 op.
Thanks for watching, y'all. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. At X News, we keep it real and unbiased. Catch you in the next one. Stay